So after studying if, while and for loops, there are two statements, the break and continue statements. These statements are used to alter the outcome of a loop. So let's say that if you have iteration, okay, that you don't want to run for each and every variable of the iterable. So in this for loop, as we know, the loop will run for each and every variable of the loop, of the iterable, of the list. So let's say if there's a list, it has 3000 elements. It will run this for loop for all the 3000 elements. What if you are just searching for a certain element, you found it, and then you don't want it to run for the other elements? For things like that, you have to use a statement called as break. Okay. Similarly, continue is a statement which allows the loop to go to the next target in the iterable and not run the statement for that particular one. So let's see an example of both these and then move on to our challenge. So you guys must remember this program which we've just made with the dictionary, right? Let me just copy it and bring it here. Okay, so this was our program in which we took Reliance, all these stocks. Okay, we have this dictionary. Okay, and okay, I've copied the wrong program. One sec. So this is our dictionary. Okay. I'm just copying it, putting it here. Now in this dictionary, find out how much he has invested in user entered stock. Okay. So I'll first again take in a stock from the user. And make it uppercase. There we go. And once we do that, let us iterate through this dictionary using a for loop. So for stock in dict1, okay, this will again iterate through each and every key of the dictionary. Okay, if stock is equal to stock name, okay, then we go in this again. As I type, observe the indentations that are happening here. There's one and now there's another one. So if I press enter, I'm again in the if block now. So if stock is equal to stock name, then I want to calculate how much he has invested in the stock. So a price is equal to dict 1 stock 0 and quantity is equal to dict 1 stock 1. Investment is equal to price into quantity. Print you have invested rupees this in the this dot format investment comma stock name. So that is if the stock is there inside. Okay. Now if the stock is not, and if the stock is not there, then you have to give an else. Print this thing is not there in your portfolio dot format. What is this thing? It is a stock name. We close this and we are good. So this is your normal statement. So if we run this, it will ask for a stock code to search for. So if I put Tata Chemicals, okay, it will first check for Reliance, then it will say Tata Chem is not there in your portfolio, okay. Then it will check for Tata Chem, then it will put the value, then again it will check for all the other stocks and it will give this. So there is some problem in this program. Okay, it is checking for each and every value. Okay, and it's giving that this. So it's better not to have the else statement here completely. Okay. So now what it will do, it will only print that Tata Chem, but it will still run through each and every stock. So from this else statement here, you can see that it is check Tata Chem is the second value. उसको answer मिल गया उधर 5,60,000. But it's still then checking for Adani and National Aluminium also, and then still running the else loop. So if I get rid of the else loop, okay, and then if I put Tata Chem, it will just give me the output. But from the program perspective, it's still going to run through the entire loop, which is not desirable because it takes a lot of time. Okay. So then, once it finds Tata Chem, you can add a break statement here saying ke don't check for the other stocks after that. Okay. So again, it's going to do the same thing. Okay. Now, what is the difference here? I'll show you in the run time. Okay. So let's check how much time it takes for it to run this loop and how much time it takes to run that loop. Okay. So what we do first is we import time. Okay. There's a library in Python called time. Okay. Now, when we start the program, there's something called time 1. The start time, okay, is the time at which it started, okay, and then there is time dot clock, that is the end time, okay, and elapsed time end minus start. Now we have to print elapsed. Okay, so now we'll come to know that if I'm not putting a break statement, how much time that it is taking. Okay, time dot clock has been deprecated and it will be used after a while. It cannot be used. No problem. We will search for Tata Chem. Okay, so without break statement, it's giving me time elapsed as 22.996. I think this is microsecond or millisecond or something like that. Okay. Now if I do break statement, okay, out here, it will not run once it has found Tata Chem, it will not do these two iterations. Okay. So now you can see, we will see the difference. Please enter stock Tata Chem 4 seconds. Okay, this also takes into consideration my typing time. So what I'll do is I will just time the loop. Okay. That is the problem. Okay. I will time the loop. So once I have typed the stock name, okay, then I'm starting the timer and then I'm ending the timer, and then we'll see with break and without break what is the time difference. Okay, so enter the stock code, that is Tata Chem. Okay, there you go. So it is 0.00060064441 seconds. Okay, now if I put a break statement here, you see the time elapsed. There you go. Much lesser seconds. It's 0.00000. So 0 raised to minus 5. 0.5 times 0 and then something seconds. Why? Because of this break statement. It is not running these two iterations, and that is what is giving us the difference in time. Now this is valuable, when? It is valuable when there are 3-4 lakh entries in your list or in your data set and you are just finding one entry. That's when all these seconds will actually matter to you. Right now, when we have just 5 entries, for us the outcome seems very instantaneous. But it's gonna matter when your data set is increasing. That is why you use the break statement. And now we will take a look at the continue statement. Okay, for that I will just comment out all this. Okay, uh, let's start a new console also, and I will take this exact program as it is. Okay, which we have done in the earlier section. Okay. Okay, in this we have got our dictionary and we are finding out the total investment. Now let's say that I want to find out the total investment except for Adani Ent. Okay, I want to find out his total investment which he has made in all these stocks except for Adani Ent. Okay, obviously I cannot run this statement as it is. Instead, what I do is I'll add an if block here. If, okay, um, stock equal to Adani End colon, then I'll add a block here and I'll put continue. That means that I don't want to run this loop for that. Okay, and if it's not, then in else I'm gonna calculate all of this. Okay, I'll put one more tab so it's inside, and it's gonna happen this way. So this is how it's gonna happen. If stock is Adani Enterprise, continue, which means that it'll go to the next stock. Okay. Else it's gonna run all this, add the value to the total investment, and then it's gonna print out the total investment. So let's run this. We get 29,40,000. Get it? So earlier when we ran this program, we got total investment as 33 lakhs. Okay, but now with this except Adani Enterprise, okay, if stock is Adani Ent, I don't want to run all this, so I'm just adding a continue statement here. So it will go to the next item in the for loop. Else it is going to run this for all the stocks and print out the value. So this is your continue statement. So I hope you've understood the concepts. Now we have a challenge for you. Okay, in our next video there will be a challenge question asked to you, and in the video after that will be the solution. So stay tuned.